Five.
Food Court, the movie podcast and Twitch stream where Sean
and Freddie Miles
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law. We control what happens. We hit the gavel, and once we do that, the bailiff, he's like, "Hey, y'all better stop that shit." And we welcome back the late great John Burr.
Hello, John.
We welcome back, of course, the late great Michael Hampton.
Hi.
And myself, Sean Parrott.
I had to go to court a lot soon.
You got to go to court a lot soon?
No, well, that's not what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I was trying to say I was in court a lot recently.
Okay.
Trying to have my records expunged.
Oh, shit.
From all the crimes I've committed.
Oh, no.
In my life.
I'm sorry.
Mostly just for insurance reasons.
Yeah.
Make my insurance cost less.
Hell yeah.
To eliminate my crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Make my insurance cost less.
Of course.
Surely.
And I gotta say.
Yes.
My bailiff.
Yes.
So a bailiff is not like the. In my head, the bailiff was like the dumb cop.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the courtroom, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was the bailiff. There was like a judge's assistant.
Wow.
And I think that was the bailiff.
Whoa.
And I fell in love with this man.
Aw.
He was he was so folksy.
That's great.
Like, he helped me because I was one of the only white people, so he singled me out and helped me.
Nice.
Just because I was white.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Ostensibly, and I had a tie. That was a great maneuver I pulled.
Wow.
Very smart.
Wearing a tie.
How?
Which I thought everyone would wear a tie, but most people just wore, like, workout pants.
Yeah.
Like, down, like, well below their ass crack workout pants.
I love it.
And I could see the hatred in the eyes of what I'm going to call the bailiff. Now I think about it further, maybe it wasn't the bailiff. Maybe it was some sort of clerk.
Ooh, a clerk.
You know, he was all like, "Your Majesty" and shit to the judge.
Your Majesty.
And it was really, but I did fall in love with this man. Like, it made me, I was like, I would love to be part of the court process if it meant I didn't have to go to school for it or get up early for it. What I'm saying is I would like to be a bailiff for a day. That's what I'm really But only if the bailiff is this position of power that I'm not sure exists or even was what I witnessed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. You want to be the right hand of the judge.
Right. I wouldn't want to be the judge because the judge, like, I don't know, seemed like he had to be there a lot.
Yeah.
And seemed like, you know, also he seemed like honestly, the judge seemed insane.
Yeah, I mean...
And I saw a number of judges. Sorry, Michael, go ahead.
No, I mean, to be a judge, you have to be a bit crazy.
You gotta be insane. If you're like, I know best for everything.
Yeah.
Like, I am the master.
Yeah.
I am the master. I know best. You have to be crazy.
Yeah, you play with people's
judge.
lives.
You have to beat the judge.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good tagline for a movie. Judge.
Yes.
Judges, the movie.
Judge.
I am the law.
Judge Dredd, the movie.
Judge.
What if they made a movie out of Judge Dredd?
Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't know.
Dos películas.
Whoa. Two pelicans. Yeah, I don't know.
Yo necesito mirar un película con Judge Dredd.
I don't know, but thank you.
We watched The Talented Miss Ripley, the 99 version. According to John, there are 70 versions.
Oh,
but
really?
we watched the 1999 version.
Oh, I already have something to say.
Already?
Well, because you made me think. Underneath this movie, when I finished it, it popped up something with John Malkovich. It said, like, Mr. Ripley's big day off or something. And I was like, what the fuck's this?
Ripley's game, Michael.
Ripley's game, that's it. And I was like, wait, is this...
Mr. Ripley's big day off.
It's a
Big
film
Top
by
Ripley.
Liliana Cavani.
Yeah, but I was like, wait, is this some kind of recurring character that just never gets caught or something?
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Is that true?
Yes.
I had no
Oh,
clue.
that's exciting.
From a series of novels by Patricia Highsmith.
Really?
I've read the first novel. I didn't know there were more than one.
Caught.
Wow, he never gets caught ever.
See, this is why it's better when I'm not.
I mean, you know, you're this wealth of knowledge. We're just sitting here,
You're the smart one.
That
dummies.
feels like Patrick. You guys are. No.
No.
Great big genius, man.
I just go to. I'm a man of courtrooms.
You know.
I learn things.
Well, I'm a
Look,
man.
If it's like
I'm a man.
kind of gay, then I know about it.
Oh, okay.
There is nothing more kind of gay, or maybe overtly gay,
Yeah.
than these Ripley movies.
I got some vibes.
Is it gay in the book?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Well, I mean, no, he's really not. He has like a wife and stuff in the book.
Oh wow.
But like,
I didn't remember him being gay. in the
Patricia
book.
Highsmith is like super gay, like just
Oh,
unbelievably gay.
mm.
Oh, okay.
And I think lending, I think there is gay. Okay, so I have to. All right, now, before I was hoping maybe it would seem like I've read the books, or having a lot of knowledge about the books, but I haven't read the books.
Uh oh.
Although I know.
I legitimately have read the first book.
Oh,
I
that's
now
cool.
want to read the book.
Are
They're
they
good.
Ooh.
Well, the
I
first
went on
one's
an
good.
odyssey because I felt like lately I've let our podcast community down, by which I mean you guys and Josh and Gary.
Yeah, they're here
chat.
tonight.
Chad.
So I didn't just watch. I guess can we get on the Panda Express?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here comes Panda Express. It's time for us to express some things we thought this week while watching movies.
Chugga 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 chugga
So
chugga.
I decided
Panda
I
Express
wasn't just
coming
going to
to
watch
town.
The Talented Mr. Ripley. I watched every filmed iteration of the Ripley character.
Every.
It's madness.
Sean gave me a really hard time about this. But I felt
really
like
give
was,
you a hard time.
I felt well. You said like one mean thing to me.
One
did I
mean
say?
thing.
I think you called me fat.
Oh damn.
That was completely unrelated.
Okay.
That was just random
Okay.
meanness, just spraying meanness like a drive-by.
So I watched them kind of in stupid reverse order. I did watch The Talented Mr. Ripley first.
Oh.
Okay.
And then I watched Ripley's Game, which is a John Malkovich starring vehicle. And then
Yeah.
I also rumored that he had to finish the film as the director because Lillian Cavani couldn't finish it. Lillian Cavani is a pretty esteemed filmmaker in her own right.
Wow.
And then I watched
That's crazy.
The American Friend, which is also Ripley's Game, which these are movies further down the line. But get this, Tom Ripley played by, because John Malkovich, that kind of makes sense seeing this, right? You're like, oh,
Yeah.
he plays like an older version.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper
Whoa.
plays Tom Ripley in a cowboy hat.
Whoa.
What?
So put that in your.
Did he play Texas Tom Ripley or
Texas.
something?
Yeah, Yeah.
Texas.
Oh,
He
that's
does.
fucking weird.
it's fucking.
That's wild.
Okay.
And then I watched Purple Noon, which is like a '60s French film
Whoa.
with Alain Delon, and it's
Oh.
actually the same. It's the actual The Talented Mr. Ripley. It's the same.
Oh.
And I got into all these, man. I watched them all.
Wow.
And then after I watched them all, I realized that me talking about them is bad. So what I'm doing now is bad.
No, it's
Because then I'm
great.
not talking about the movie that we watched. I'm talking about other movies that we didn't tell our fans to watch.
But
Hmm.
So what I'm doing now is bad.
now there's
podcasting.
you got more context though. you
I
know.
beg to differ, though.
Okay.
In order to right the ship, just tell us which is the best one, and then we
Ooh.
can do the plot of Talented Mr. Ripley.
Well, what's so interesting, and what I think is a sign of quality about the endeavor we just pursued of watching The Talented Mr. Ripley, is it was all like different facets of the same gem, and it was all interesting interpretations of them, really.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Best is like impossible. I could tell you my favorite,
Okay.
Okay.
but now I can't decide.
What was the better Talented Mr. Ripley? This one or the purple?
The best, I rank the Ripleys as such: Alain Delon, John Malkovich,
Wow.
Wow.
Matt Damon, way fucking down on the list is Dennis Hopper, who is like wonderfully insane, but
Yeah.
not what I have pictured in my mind. And now, but what the interesting end point of all this is, I want to read the books,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and I know that like Roger Ebert had strong opinions on all these movies, and he liked the Malkovich one the best, which is fucking nuts because it's like not nearly as well made or as good as the other movies. So I must extrapolate that Malkovich just like nails this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only way it can be his favorite. So now I'm interested in going on this journey, and that's one of like the cool things about when people talk about movie universes. This is what I wish people were talking about with movie universes, like really neat interpretations and distillations of excellent source material, as opposed to like, fuck, Andrew Garfield's gonna reboot Spider-Man, and then some other little weird British twit is gonna reboot Spider-Man. Like, this is more interesting to me, but maybe this is complete hypocrisy.
No,
hello.
I disagree.
I think
I can't imagine Dennis Hopper being a clever guy. I mean, he seems like smart.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
Yes.
Seems pretty clever to me, bruh.
But like Matt and John Malkovich and Alan DeLong are like all seem like very sneaky and clever. I can picture them being Ripley, but I can't picture Dennis Hopper being Ripley.
Who of us could play the talented Mr. Ripley?
Definitely Freddie Miles, unfortunately.
That's great.
Hit me like a ton of fucking bricks.
Yeah.
My old lady even was like, as we're watching it, and she's already like burned me pretty bad by calling me Paul Avery. But at least like Paul Avery and Zodiac, I'm like, well, that is Robert Downey Jr. He's got a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
He's hot.
Freddie Miles, as played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, is completely repugnant.
Yeah.
She completely compared him to me. But I don't know. I feel like Michael, you are not like the talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh.
I feel like Sean kind of looks like a John Waters version of Matt Damon's interpretation of Mr. Ripley.
That's
you guys are too noble. Like you're not sneaky enough.
We're too good.
You gotta be pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
Time Ripley.
I guess that's good. I'm probably Gwyneth Paltrow.
Marge?
Tell me more.
I just really related to the way her character was in the scenes.
Really scared?
Yeah.
Goop?
Goop. I could feel the goop oozing.
She's really awesome in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sean, I don't know if you want to do the contextual stuff.
Yes, I'll do the plot. I'll try. There's a lot of plot.
It's
Okay.
serpentine.
Yes, it's very serpentine. Basically, there is a young man named Tom Ripley, and he's a sneak. From the first moment we meet him, we know he's a sneak because he's playing piano, and he meets these fine older folks who are very kind, and he is wearing a Princeton jacket. But it turns out he didn't go to Princeton. He just stole it so that he could play the piano in place of a guy who actually did go to Princeton and hurt his wrist. And he pretended to be from Princeton in order to get that gig, but also continued this because the parents that the nice old people he met were the parents of a guy named Dickie Greenleaf. Is that true? Yes.
Yeah.
And he has been taken on as a young man who can go to Europe and try to get Dickie Greenleaf back into the country because he's in Europe and he doesn't want to leave. He loves Italy. He loves his new girlfriend / maybe fiance, Marge, which is probably the least sexy name that she has ever had in a movie, right?
Yeah, that's pretty hard.
Gwyneth is a nice, attractive name for a nice, attractive lady, but Marge does.
What is her name in Shallow Hal?
I don't know. Maybe it's Large Marge.
Oh, it's Rosemary.
Is it Rosemary?
Yeah.
Why do you know?
I wish you
I've seen that movie. When I was a kid, I watched it. I was like, how sweet.
It's true. Isn't it a beautiful story?
It's so beautiful.
That love is blind.
Love is blind.
It isn't blind, but if it was, though, wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't it be great if Jack Black, a fat guy, loved fat women? Isn't that beautiful? So he goes to Europe, and at some point, he makes the switch from generic sneaky guy to guy who is getting evil.
Yeah.
I don't know when he decides to be evil, but it happens very slowly. He becomes a double agent. He's working for Dickie and Dickie's father. They are just having the time of their life. And we slowly find out, is a gay boy. He begins to fall in love with Dickie. And who couldn't?
Who could blame him?
Dickie played by Jude Law when he still had most of his hair looking very beautiful. very tan.
Free scalp monster, Jude Law.
Pre Dumbledore.
Yes. Poor Jude. Poor sweet Jude. He's so beautiful. And I mean, the first hour of this movie is like hang time.
Yeah.
They're just hanging out in beautiful places.
It's strange because there's a point in the movie around an hour or maybe 50 minutes in where something crucial happens.
Yes.
And I paused right around then, and I was like, oh shit, there is another hour.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just you are on a journey. You really hang out with the characters, Sean.
Yes. You absolutely chill out with them. They eat nice dinners. Tom is slowly falling in love. Dickie is very self-absorbed, but also beautiful, so everyone loves him anyway.
Yeah.
He's like kind of sweet.
Possesses a great charisma despite being mostly horrible.
Yeah.
Mostly horrible to almost everyone. Fucking everyone he possibly can in a small town in Italy.
Yeah.
Which seems like a bad plan. Yes, around the 50-minute mark, we see during some kind of Madonna festival the dead body of a pregnant lady that Dickie was banging.
Yeah.
Float up in the middle of the festival.
Crazy.
And it's dark. And Dickie gets very pissed off. And I think at that point we still aren't sure who has done what. Right?
Yeah.
Do we instantly suspect Tom Ripley of such a thing?
I don't
know.
think I suspected it.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
What are you talking about?
I think you're saying that he he killed the lady. Is that what you're trying to say?
That is my assumption, just because he
I
killed
thought
everybody else.
I thought she just killed herself.
That happened. I think she killed herself.
You think she killed herself?
I'm slowly learning that Sean and I just have completely disparate worldviews.
Well,
When Sean watches a film, he is going into some insane Christopher Nolan verse where love is the fucking fifth dimension, and Matt Damon's fucking killing everybody.
He did kill everybody else in the movie. He killed every other character.
I could see how you could see. Yeah, if he had already killed someone, I would have jumped to like,
true.
Okay, he is killed. But I have to do a side note.
Yes.
It took me back to when I was watching Harry Potter 6. Half-Blood Prince. Or whatever the movie where Snape dies. Maybe it's not 6. Is it 6? Who the fuck knows? Okay, something's happening, and I'm in the front row.
Snape.
Yeah, well, anyways, he reveals this whole story to Harry, like, I was always there, like, with your mother, and then at the end I go, oh, Snape's Harry's dad? And everyone was like, no. That's what I got from it.
I feel very fucking certain that Tom Ripley did kill that woman.
He didn't kill her. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry,
Sean
guys.
is having a psychotic break on.
I blew it. No, I had it earlier tonight.
I
carried it into the show. So there's a dead lady, and you know how she died.
Back from this?
Now that I think of it, how she died is this: she didn't get any money.
That's how
she died of a broken heart, essentially.
Broken wallet.
Dickie was like, "Hey, I know you're pregnant, and I know that I did it, but I'm not gonna give you any money. If you happen to want to drown yourself during the Madonna Festival, that'd be fine with me." And so she does. She goes, "That's cool."
I mean, Matt Damon and Jude Law talk about why she killed her. Sean is
You're right.
Shit, live on the air.
What was
not live?
Not live. We're not live.
It's been lost. And man, there's like so much more plot.
Yeah,
it's daunting to even think about it. Okay, so what happens next? Okay, I mean, after this is when the Dickie and Tom relationship begins to fray at the edges. And they are checking out Rome, maybe. They're checking out some other beautiful Italian town.
Dickie assumes his identity. We have a cat and mouse game about whether or not he's going to get busted for killing.
Yes.
That's basically it, yes.
Yeah.
And he brutally kills.
Yeah.
Must be noted.
And Sean's right. He starts killing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
At some point he has to.
And yet, this is your likable, lovable protagonist throughout.
Yeah, it's pretty
Which
interesting.
is the real tightrope that the film walks.
Yes.
That's and I think pretty successfully. Like I said, I can't decide which of these Ripley movies is the best, but this one, I will say this one is the most well made for sure, and then furthermore the one that digs deepest into each character. I feel like the three main characters are deeply explored, and I think the sketches that are Kate Blanchett's and Philip Seymour Hoffman's characters, and this may be just because of the power of their instrument as actors.
Yeah.
They're very fully formed and and relatable instantly.
Absolutely.
And I think this movie, like Purple Noon, I keep talking about these other movies. in context, like that Dickie Greenleaf is like almost wholly despicable, and you can't even figure out how anyone could ever be slayed by these charms and everything. Whereas this, like, I think Jude Law, like, almost except for when he's in like the throes of his monomania, is very, you totally get it. He's so charismatic and compelling.
Yeah.
That you do sort of fall in love with him. And want to drink his bathwater. Like Matt Damon does. I thought that Sean and I were the only two guys who just like loved to take baths right after each other.
Yeah,
I thought that was our friendship thing. So it was cool to see that in film, just two guys getting in and out of baths.
I felt seen.
I remember when I first joined the podcast back when we were meeting in person, I thought it was hard to get used to doing the baths together after the show, but
it was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we haven't been able to do it in a while.
Well, do you really know anything about each other until you've drinking each other's dead skin?
No.
You just gotta drink it in, man.
Drink it in. Well, I drank this film in, and it's time to talk about the heroes of the talented Mr. Ripley.
Michael saw us going towards the mountain, and he pulled up right at the last moment.
I said,
"Thank you so much, Michael."
Actually, the camera pulled out, and I said, "This is actually a film. I'm a director." Woo, woo,
Camera, pull back.
That's the best.
It's the end of El Topo.
That's my hero of any movie that's ever been made.
The end of it.
The thing that everyone hates. Yeah, I love that part so much. Like,
it's great.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. I have a Euro. While we're talking Euros, I got one myself. This is my main one, though I have many others. Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's so
great,
good.
yeah.
From the very first moment he gets there, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he barely puts his car in park. He's walking in front of cars. He's talking about getting horny ladies. But
this is not good, Sean.
John's mad.
Well, as I'm watching this movie, my old lady's like, that's how you act, right? No, I don't know that.
I could see you pulling up
bad guy.
Birds flying away.
Why he's saying this shit to me?
That's really funny.
He is in this and in Hard A. He has to show off how repulsive Philip Seymour Hoffman can be.
Yes.
And I guess what is that Al Pacino hoo-ha movie?
Son of a Woman. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Man, Philip Seymour Hoffman. If he hadn't decided to play like really creepy Philip Seymour Hoffman characters.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson characters for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He could have just been like the great villain of our time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was also the villain in Mission Impossible 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was great.
The only good part. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Philip, Philip is great in many ways. One of the ways I love him is that almost every male character in this movie acts particularly gay. Philip seems gay, but also never stops talking about how much he wants to have sex with women. But he's always like mincing while he does it. Oh, I can't wait to meet her. It's just awesome. It's so great. And his like looks and like eye rolls and faces of just disgust at everything Tom does. He's just always like, ugh.
So poor.
Yes.
Not to the manner born.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh my god. And he just is hitting the keys on the piano and pissing people off. He's so good.
That was really good.
2 thumbs up. Great job, Philip Seymour Hoffman. We miss you. You're up in heaven with Gandhi. Truman Capote. He's up there.
Oh God, you did an excellent job playing me. Thanks.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Did you guys watch the movie and enjoy a part of it?
There were a couple parts I liked.
Okay, drop it on me.
I did it again where there's tons of gyros. But I also picked him pulling up, like driving in, and there's just like birds flying away. Like it's just so careless. It's
John Woo, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
It's really good. I was like, oh, that's so great. So I really like that. I don't want to. I know that annoys you, John, to have endless gyros, but
no, it's not as annoying as like stuttering, stammering, and then not giving anything.
I'll do one. I love that Matt Damon is a piano nerd.
Yeah.
And he is ripped-y shredded. Like he takes off his shirt.
Yeah.
And he is fucking shredded.
Unbelievable.
1,000 abs.
We're like, all right.
It's absurd, but it's so good.
And they like make fun of his physique and pastiness, and it's like, do you not realize that you could you could shred a zucchini on his tits?
Yeah.
Come
on.
Shred him.
I mean, forget the whole Jason Bourne workout. I want to get on nerdy jazz pianist workout.
Yeah.
I want that. Give me that.
That's
bod.
great.
Matt Damon, like, it's weird that we are supposed to think Jude Law is that much sexier than Matt Damon.
Very weird.
They somehow did it. Like, Jude Law is a lot sexier than Matt Damon in this movie. And I'm not sure how, when Matt Damon's body like made, my butthole look like a rabbit's nostril, but
yeah,
I think of myself as like pretty, like kind of straight. It was testing me. I was like, look at his body. This is a sexy, filthy, nasty movie, man.
Yeah,
that's what I like about it.
It's a dirty movie.
It's definitely the one that going back to the other goddamn movies. I'm ruining the podcast. It is the sexiest. It's like the sweatiest and the wettest. And, yeah, you can taste the oils.
Splish splash.
Michael, body oils.
Do you have even €1?
Yeah, I
Drop
do.
it on us. Let's hear it.
There's a part where he's being questioned by a detective, and you're like, "Uh-oh!" And then the detective's like, "Excuse me, my accent is a little coarse, or something like my English is a little coarse."
Yeah.
And then and then Mr. Ripley goes, "It is a little coarse." And then the detective gets hurt. Like you can see him get hurt for a second. And I really like that.
I would say like my favorite thing about this film is, and there's a lot to like, and I really love this movie, but I just think the acting is kind of non-for-real, and like, especially like people I'd forgotten how good they were. Like Gwyneth Paltrow's whole journey and her whole who she is by the end of the movie. That's like a tough thing to sell in as few scenes as she has, and her scenes are very pivotal. But you you totally understand how she ends up the way she does, and you understand why no one really believes her or thinks that she's correct, which is that's a difficult tightrope to pull off, to be believable yet not believable at the same time. I think that's and I hate complimenting Goop Paltrow, Coldplay Paltrow, but she's really like between this and like Royal Tenenbaums, you have to be like, what the fuck happened to you, lady?
Yeah. She was so good in Seven too.
You are amazing, and now
so good.
You make Oprah type maneuvers, which I guess that is a fuck ton of money. But she was already wealthy. Like, she doesn't need the money. Yeah. Why don't you go for being one of the best actresses alive? But I mean, there's just a lot to love in this film, and it's like a very lovingly crafted movie, and it's just extremely lush. And yet like unflinching in its brutality.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watching this movie kind of made me sad, because I feel like this is exactly the type of movie that lives in the margins of what we don't see anymore at all. Which is like, an intelligent thriller that's not afraid to be a little gay and a little brutal and a little sordid, yet still a very Hollywood, let's fucking do a whirlwind tour of Europe type.
Yeah.
you're supposed to you're both compelled and repelled at the same time. And I think they either go one way or the other now with filmmaking. It's either, you know, just a very lavish, like, live it up type thing, or they try to, like, make it a twisted, painful experience. And this movie does both.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes
Pretty
it
effectively.
a good movie.
Yeah, I think another one of my favorite parts is this is maybe 3/4 of the way through it. Gwyneth, Marge, is at Tom's apartment. This is his lavish apartment, which he has purchased using all of the money from Dickie that he has stolen. And she finds
hero of this picture.
Yeah.
Yes, she finds Dickie's rings inside of one of his little
it's crazy
little things. I don't know. He's got a little bag where he keeps, not very secretively, Dickie's rings. And Matt is in the bath, and he gets out, and he's looking hot, and Marge is knocking on the door, and he opens the door, and he's in the towel, and there's something weird about that already. And then he drops the towel, and it gets even weirder and scarier.
Yeah.
And then he puts on the robe, and she's about to leave. And we know that he has gotten in his hand a straight razor.
Yeah.
And
We don't know how we find out is quite horrifying.
Yes, that's true. Yes, we see we see him scrounge through the bathroom looking for a weapon.
Well, you actually, I think for me, I thought he was maybe looking for something to kill himself with.
I thought about that too. Yeah. And we see
Perhaps.
he's slowly walking towards the door as she's trying to leave. He's saying very scary things to her in a very kind of quiet, kind voice.
Yeah.
And we see in the pocket of his white robe, blood begin to pool in the bottom of the pocket,
Like, holy shit.
which is really horrible. And at some point he goes, "You're shivering, Marge." And it's just fucked up.
It's
I'm
really
glad you
scary.
highlight it. I think it's the most horrifying scene in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the only scene that makes you feel, until that moment, that scene really makes you feel bad that you have been rooting for this character all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's probably the only moment, other than the ending, which
Yeah.
is also pretty good as well. Although I feel like if there's one, I'll save it for my worst.
Oh.
But this one is better. This is the best. Like, oh god, I can't believe we root for this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely terrifying, and also like there is something fun. Okay, in the murder of Dickie, he is in some ways protecting himself. I mean, there's some feeling that maybe he had incited the death.
And Dickie's such a ponce at various times that you're like, oh, he deserves it. Kill him,
Yeah.
et cetera.
And
Freddie, kill him. Kill Freddie.
Same thing with Freddie.
Now, killing harmless,
you can't do
lovely
that.
Marge, like now you're like, oh shit, he's a serial killer.
Yeah, he's just insane.
We love a serial killer. That's a great turn.
Yes. Yes. And the final death is he kills Philip? Is that the name of the guy that he loves? Oh shit.
I don't remember his
it's
name.
Like Richard St. Sleeve.
Yeah.
Peter.
Peter.
It's Peter. He kills Peter, who has become his lover.
Yes.
And that scene is kind of brutal, and also sort of tastefully brutal because he's like laying on his shoulder, lovingly nuzzling against him, and Peter's saying lovely things about Tom and all the wonderful things. And they slowly cut away from it, and Tom's sitting in his room looking sad.
Yeah.
And we hear the sounds of Peter being garroted.
Well, yeah, and it begins with the Tom, you're crushing me.
Yeah,
You're
you're
crushing me. Kind of like playfully, and then it escalates and comes. And it's a great juxtaposition of seeing Matt Damon after the fact and hearing the audio.
Yes,
the montage of the audio with the aftermath, the visual aftermath, and that is a great scene. I guess I'll transition as quickly as I can to my low man.
Oh, okay, do it.
Of the picture, because my least favorite thing, it's still not that bad. But I don't really buy that last relationship that much as being this great love of his life.
Yeah.
Which they want us to sort of believe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't quite buy that one. Maybe just because there wasn't enough time to sell it. I don't feel like it's a bad performance by that actor or anything, but it's not quite up to snuff with the other performances we've had are so amazing that like moments like with that actor and then like I think it's James Rebhorn as the dad kind of stick out as like you guys just aren't as fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you guys are the B team.
That's tough.
Because they have like, and if you look at the cast, it's just insane.
Yeah,
it is a really good cast.
It's and man, suckers got to know Matt Damon is an awesome actor.
Like, he does a great job.
Really, really good, and I think he's like a big cut above kind of his peers, mostly because he can be despicable like that. So I think the only, and this sort of strikes some of the same notes. The only performance of his that I like more is in The Departed. I think he's just like amazing.
Oh yeah, so
and there's
awful.
even like, especially the notes where he thinks the jig is up and he kind of almost gives up, where he's like, just let Marge in because Marge is going to expose him.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, just let her in, and then he like slips back and he's like, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Calls back to The Departed moment, which is this amazing moment in the elevator. He's like, just fucking kill me, just kill me.
Yeah,
there aren't many guys who will like get that like nasty and sullen and kind of in the depths, and he's completely unafraid to do so.
Yeah.
It's just too bad that he's spends most of his career playing Ben Affleck leaving.
Yes. And also some weird MAGA guy with a lesbian daughter in the new
but
movie.
I'm in that.
Oh, I'm seeing that.
Called Stillwater.
Stillwater.
I'm down for Matt Damon as like a MAGA chud.
Yeah.
MAGA chud with a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it. Let's go.
I want to sneak one more good thing in on the tail end of your bad thing.
Yeah, and we gotta get Chad's good thing.
Okay, I'll sneak one in. I think the ending, just as a matter of like the way it's put together, is really good.
Yeah.
For a few reasons. One, like it just looks great, and there's like, of course, this theme of mirrors throughout the thing, which is not especially revelatory, but I think it's done kind of gingerly and not too obviously. But the end is he's in the boat. The boat is kind of rocking, and the mirror door kind of is going back and forth and slowly closes. And like that as just like a bit of, I don't know, blocking or something really works well for me. And also like harkens back to after he first kills Dickie, like they are in the boat. He is like holding Dickie's dead body, and it is like gently rocking, and you see like the blood sloshing in the bottom of the boat, and that's really good stuff.
It's like,
blocking and compositions in this movie are really good.
Yes, very, very good.
Classics.
What did Chad have to say, Michael? Drop it on me now.
Chad said their favorite part was Jude Law saying, "Didn't I tell you San Remo was crazy?" And the shot was them looking down on like 36 people milling around while a band played. He said, "Yes,
baby,
crazy."
jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz cigarettes, the roaring whatevers.
Jazz cigarettes.
Americano. I mean, come on, Chad, that was fun.
Smoky. Well,
It did look
Telling
fun.
me you don't like karaoke, Chad?
I
Chad likes karaoke.
I like it. My favorite, I have one last Euro.
Do you have another Euro? Let's do it.
The best part of the whole movie was when he hits Jude Law in the head with the oar, and then he turns, and then it splits a little bit, and you're like, wait a minute, wow, that did a lot of damage, and then the whole side of his face splits open, and you're like, oh,
that is some good gore.
It's really well done. I was like, holy crap. Yeah.
And that's like I said, this movie, like you get caught up in all the beauty it espouses, and then it just hits you in the face.
Yeah, you're like, ooh,
with an oar and splits your brains out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great. I mean, there's so many like great scenes that just tilt you on your ear.
Like, ooh.
Yeah, the choking and the bleeding, like Tom's getting choked by Dickie, and there's like blood dripping on his face.
Like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, I guess if someone called me boring 15 times, I'd probably have to kill him.
Yeah, after you were
Yeah.
saying stop. He really brought it on
calling me
himself.
boring, or
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
Yeah.
My low main, I'm gonna drop it. I hope that's okay.
Please.
I almost wish this was more sexy.
Oh wow.
Now I think it is. I think it is sexy-ish.
For 1999, this movie is super gay and sexy.
That's true. It is gay. Okay. I don't know. It just seems like
I know what you mean. Like
the under the level
Yeah.
is super duper horny.
Yeah.
Like everybody's really horny for each other, but it doesn't
so when
like
you saw,
bubble
you're
over
just
very
mad
much.
that when
Jude
Jude Law gets out of the bath to let Matt Damon soak in his dirty bath water,
Yeah,
that wasn't gay enough, and that you needed Jude Law's penis to be erect.
maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
might have been good.
I feel like there's a lot of
you
sex
need a
in the
movie where Jude Law and Matt Damon soak in each other's fluids to be more sexy and lascivious. I like this about you, Sean.
I mean,
you fucking filthy.
it
son
could
of a
be.
bitch.
It could be a little more explicit.
Sean
It
wanted
might
this
as
to be
well have
Short
some-
Bus. Sean wanted this to be a movie with just Matt Damon blowing himself.
That'd be wild.
I'd
The
watch that.
talented.
What part of Jude Law fucking everything on the entire screen wasn't sexy enough? For
How
you, Sean?
talented, Mr. Ripley.
I mean, he's fucking people, but we see their legs. I mean, it's like
I want to see their eyes.
Sean
Yes.
wants double penetration.
sure. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Forget the Eiffel Tower. He wants Matt Damon and Jude Law to run an Eiffel Tower on Gwyneth
Whoa.
Paltrow.
no,
I've
I
never
want
heard
to
of
do it
that
on
one.
Peter. I want
Yeah.
those two dudes to triple
Sean's the
team
guy.
Peter.
Sean's the guy who watches Boogie Nights. He's like, not enough porn.
No.
It's true.
It is true.
I do see what you mean. Like, if this movie had been made now, it'd have been like way more sex. Like,
I mean,
yeah.
now this is not even a comparison necessarily, but like the Basic Instinct level of horny. If this movie had been that horny,
Yeah.
I mean, it would have kicked it up a notch.
Sean's mad that Gwyneth Paltrow didn't have a beaver shot.
Oh, well, I don't even know if I want to see that. I just feel like
He wanted to see Gwyneth Paltrow's.
Caltro.
at some point Kate Blanchett should have been nude, even though she never took off her clothes. That's all I really want is for Kate Blanchett to be nude.
Kate Blanchett versus Paltrow in a Most Beautiful Woman battle is right there with Damon and Jude Law. You are insane. This is a sexy, dirty movie, Sean.
Okay.
I'm getting all hot and bothered, but I'm glad you went there. I've learned so much about Sean.
Yeah. I've learned
Fun,
a
isn't
lot.
it?
I love learning.
Tell me what is shitty about this movie, guys?
Oof. Where do I
I did
begin?
my part. I think that there's a couple actors who get a little blown off the screen and can't quite sell their
Yeah.
huge important parts. But Michael, was there something you didn't enjoy?
Yeah.
The talented Mr. Ripley?
Yeah.
Have more if you got nothing.
Oh, I've got some.
Okay.
I didn't. I thought the impressions were really bad. That was like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay,
He
yeah.
just like did like a gravelly voice for every person he did an impression. Yeah, it's actually like this. I was like, what? That's not any. That's nothing.
You remember the Alec Baldwin SNL sketch, The Mimic?
Oh,
Yes.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, I agree.
I was like,
He
what?
just sort of did like a Jimmy Stewart voice for
Yeah.
everybody.
It was
When
really
he's doing the
weird.
Gwyneth Paltrow voice, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do that,
I
man.
died laughing.
Oh, well, hello.
That is some Norman Bates shit.
It
That's
is,
true.
yeah.
That's
Shows
true.
how crazy he is.
Yes.
I guess, but I see what you mean. I don't feel like that was the intent. I think we were supposed to be like, wow, he really does sound like James Redbone.
He's
And
got a
when he
mild
does
Southern
when he
accent.
does the Freddie Miles one after he's killed Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, that part is terrible
Yeah, it's horrible.
and unnecessary.
I died laughing.
Yeah.
I put that as one of my low mains. If they think I'm drunk, think what her husband is saying. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
what?
Seeing Matt Damon do like late night TV show and shit though, like he thinks he's like a master impressionist.
Yeah.
So we've got ourselves. This is like, do you remember when like Kevin Spacey for a while just like had to do impressions like in every goddamn movie? It's kind of like, who's that son of a bitch? Sam Rockwell for a while.
Mm.
He danced in every goddamn movie because he has
Yeah.
like a soft shoe routine. I think Matt Damon was like pigeonholing his terrible impressions into this thing. Maybe that's how James Rebhorn got this job. I do a killer James Rebhorn. Who the fuck is James Rebhorn?
That's great.
I do a great impression of him.
Yeah.
Gotta get him in this movie. I do a great impression of him.
I know we haven't like said many bad things about this movie, but this is a strange movie because I enjoy it a whole lot, but it doesn't quite get there
Yes,
to like vaunted material to me.
I agree.
And I don't really know why.
It just
Not enough beaver.
not enough.
We all know why. It's just because there's not enough beaver.
Yeah.
It does have weird moments. So another weird moment for me, at least. There's this part where all the boys are just wandering around Italy on the Vespas, and you hear as they're having their wonderful time, "My Funny Valentine," which I thought was weird and sort of didn't make sense based on like the fun time they were having. And My Funny Valentine is kind of a down tempo, not exactly a bummer, but just sort of romantic and weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then they
John?
reveal that Matt Damon is singing.
Yeah,
My
it's
Funny
hilarious.
Valentine, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's super weird.
Well, you do realize that is a callback to something that happened earlier in the movie, right, Sean?
I know that part.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you don't think Matt Damon like killed another person off
No.
screen. Okay, all right.
I remember that My Funny Valentine was there earlier. It was just weird to see him singing.
You guys are right. The fatal flaw in this film is like bizarre vocalization.
Yeah, it's like,
techniques
what the
by
fuck?
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Just so
And
weird.
it is like pulls you. It ruins the film.
It's like that movie. Did you ever see the movie where Brad Pitt is like the Grim Reaper?
What?
Meet Joe Black.
Is that it? I've only seen a clip. I've only seen a clip
Where he gets hit by a car.
or something. I don't know. But he's talking to this old black lady, and he starts doing some weird like accent, and you're like, wait, what is he doing? And it's like so bizarre, and you're like, I don't think this is okay, man. Like, this feels a little weird.
Is he doing a black lady accent?
It's
Is
like,
this like when Anthony Michael Hall does the terrible blackface voice in National Lampoon's Vacation? And in Weird Science also?
it might be. It's weird. He's like, your father be okay, and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, whoa, hold on, Brad Pitt. Whoa.
That's because he's talking from beyond the
Yeah,
grave.
he's
He's speaking
There are
from.
moments where these like
This is
beautiful,
weird.
perfect actors go a little too far outside the box. And you're just like, dude, don't fucking
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
be Matt Damon. God,
Yeah,
it's
it's
enough.
This is a very small thing, but the titles
Oh,
seem sort of unnecessarily 90s.
I hated it.
Like there's like weird color blocks that like move
Ugh.
into the screen, and then there's titles, and then the color blocks go
For some
away.
reason, I thought they were kind of Saul Bassey. Am I?
Oh, I could see that.
I hated them, and I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't want to be the like the technical side of it. It
I
What
was
the
brought it
fuck
up
do you
for
think
you.
you're here for, Michael?
You're a tech boy.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, please get these disgusting
I love it when you
out of
make the
here.
effect.
It was off on the title. I was like, ugh. What?
Oh
who
yes,
thought that
when the
looked
title.
good?
Yes, the
Just
the
use
title.
plain text.
I suck. I thought I liked them. Oh shit.
The
I'm
title is
doubting
especially
everything.
weird because it scrolls before it gets to talented. It scrolls through like 1,000 adjectives. Big boy,
I forgot.
Big boy.
the big boy, Mr. Ripley.
The big boy.
But it scrolls through a bunch of
If
adjectives.
you guys
and
had
it
to
doesn't make
choose
sense.
a different adjective instead of talented
Yeah.
for the blank Mr. Ripley, what would you guys choose? Because as we've established, not that talented.
Yes.
Not that
Accent
talent.
sucks. His singing of My Funny Valentine is odious.
Interesting.
Creepy.
Yeah.
If you guys
Engorged?
choose- if you guys
Engorged
choose-
Mr. Ripley?
Engorged.
I know Sean would choose slutty.
Slutty.
Tumescent Mr. Ripley.
What'd you say?
The
Scrumptious?
tumescent Mr. Ripley. The engorged.
Ooh.
You get to pick an adjective,
Engorged.
Michael. What's it gonna be?
Gay. The gay Mr.
The
Ripley.
gay Mr. Ripley.
Definitely didn't want to laugh at that and did.
Sorry.
That would really give it all away, though.
Yeah. The
Hey, you want to see this movie called
yeah.
The Gay Mr. Ripley?
Or The Lying
I
Murderer.
do want to see that movie.
The Lying
that'd be
Murderer, Mr. Ripley.
Lying Murderer, Mr. Ripley. Really make all of
Say it all in the title.
Yeah.
I think
I'll watch that movie.
Chad writing in the chat
Me
brings
too.
up a good point, and maybe this is why the movie. I don't know. I feel like this isn't what sits wrong. He says he thinks the premise is a little flimsy. He knows rich people throw money around, but dude was just like, "I just met you, piano man. Here, take this money and go to Italy and fart around with my
It is
son."
pretty weird.
I think that rich people do shit like that.
Maybe.
I've been like into some circles like
Oh.
like Bonnaroo in the artists area, and there's like this VIP section for like rich people with their own goddamn Winnebagos and stuff to like kind of mill about with the artists. And these rich people will have never met each other ever.
no.
Hey, everybody. We are going to be right back. What happened is Google has now created time limits on their meetings.
Oh, god damn it.
So I'm jumping back in, and I'm... Oh, this is so funny. To the listener, you must be like, what the fuck is even going on? But to the viewer... We just have to explain it because otherwise it just looks psychotic.
Yes.
All right, I sent another link.
All right.
We're getting the link.
Well, I was like listening intently, but then I saw in the corner this countdown clock, like your call is
Yes.
ending. I was like, "Fuck."
Yes.
All right, we gotta mute the thing, Sean.
I muted it.
Muted.
All right. So my point, my greater point, was these rich people in these areas would never have known each other ever, never have met, but because they were both knew in their heart of hearts and wallet of wallets that they were the elite, were just like best fucking friends, and it would be NFL players who'd never met this fucking heiress and who'd never met this fucking dental student whose dad was like like a senator, and they would all just be best fucking friends instantly, and it was off-putting and unsettling. But what I'm trying to say, Chad, is I think this is how these people fucking operate.
Probably.
Literally how they live.
And all we gotta do, man, is we gotta get into these fucking places, and then we can drink Matt Damon's fucking bathwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can
Finally.
eat Gwyneth Paltrow's goop and have boats. Yo soy americano, americano. And then we got it made, man. We just gotta be social climbers, Chad. That's what I'm saying.
This is a wonderful transition into our social media. We're on all the social medias. We're over on Twitter at Food Court Cast. We're on Instagram at Food Court Movie Podcast. We love when you go over and you give us 5-star reviews and you say, "I loved your episode about talent and Mr. Ripley."
Loved it.
Murderously libidinous.
Yes.
Ripley.
Little horny boy, little shredded horny boy,
Little
Mr. Ripley.
Shredded.
This is going to be the hardest part of all because I haven't thought about it even one bit. What are we putting on the poll for this week?
Okay, I was told one that I don't know what it is, but someone in my Twitch said that we
I'm getting my notes app out.
watch. It's called Zola. I've never heard of it.
Oh, this is in theaters but not streaming, sadly.
Ah, never mind. Take it off the list.
That has enough sex for Sean, I think.
Yeah.
I'm putting Leaving Las Vegas. But actually, it doesn't have enough sex. I'm putting
Las Vegas.
Yeah, is that okay?
Sure.
I've never seen it. That was on the last poll, but it didn't win.
What about Pig? We gotta see. We gotta give people options, right? We
I
can't
haven't
do
seen
things
Pig.
that
Oh yeah,
exist in
Pig is
theaters,
not
right?
streaming.
Damn it.
Unless they want to pay $50 to.
Yeah.
I don't think Zola's streaming either.
No.
Fuck.
I feel like with the Delta variant, we can't do any.
No.
Yeah.
It's over.
I
Movies
mean, we're
are
gonna be
over.
We've given up.
Yeah. And I was just getting used to popcorn again at the theater.
I'm still eating popcorn.
I'm still eating.
I'm just gonna go see movies like Zola that no one else will see.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know,
Again.
it is kind of fun to like dig your hand in the popcorn, pull the mask up, shove it, and then close it again. It's kind of nice.
That's not fucking fun.
Well, I'm voting for Cajillionaire again. It's not going to win, but I just want a reason to
We're
watch
not even
it.
gonna put it on the poll.
Damn it.
I'll put it on there.
It's fucking last.
It did dead last.
Not even gonna be on the poll.
People are
I'll
like,
put it on
what?
there.
Cajillio, what?
Should I put Crimson Tide back on there?
No.
No?
None of these movies won.
Okay.
Okay, well then what do you want to put on there? Mr. Smarty
Don't
Pants.
Mr. Smarty.
Don't ask
Oh,
me.
I forgot to bring up ding, 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 ding on the Panda Express. I watched The Empty Man.
Oh shit, you
Let's
did?
put the fucking Empty Man.
Oh yeah, it's on HBO Max.
Ugh.
The Empty Man.
on.
I'm putting it on there.
Then Michael, you won't even have to do anything next.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything.
I know how excited that makes you.
Yay!
The Empty Man. We should do something that is the opposite of the Empty Man. What
the
is
full
Man?
Monty?
Hollow Man.
The full Monty.
the full Monty? I would watch the full Monty at any moment.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Chad,
Okay.
Chad, give us a movie from streaming.
Oh, Police Academy 2.
Save us from ourselves. Is that streaming?
Chad always says Police Academy 2. So I'll put
Time
Police
Cop?
Academy 2.
Time cock.
Time Cop. Okay, those are all the ones that are going on
All
there.
right, we're gonna think of some films.
Yes, we're going to think of a bunch. Follow us on all of the things and retweet all of the things and send us tons of money. We love money and we want to get rich. So send us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also, I have to say thank you so much to Australia because we blasted into the top 100 film podcast in Australia. We're at 96 right now. This is our highest ever.
96.
One Australian watched it. Listen,
Hey,
loved it.
It's worth it. To whom it may concern,
Thank you.
Australia, thank you so much. New Zealand, we still love you anyway, but Australia, you're really showing us what you got.
Yeah, and
I
Switzerland.
think those are
What
feuding
happened?
kingdoms.
Yes. They're feuding over our love.
Yeah.
Pop quiz hotshot. Is Russell Crowe Australian or from New Zealand?
Ooh.
No clue.
Crow.
Australian.
Crow. Crow.
You
Is
don't
that
know
a-
either.
From New Zealand. I don't know.
You gave us a quiz you don't know the answer to.
Zealand.
Very sneaky. Tweet at us with the answer to that question. Is Russell Crowe from Australia or New Zealand? No Googling. And we will see you next week to talk about some movie.
One movie. You don't
Whichever
know.
one
American
it is.
Friend. It's on Criterion.
Ooh.
Whoa, okay. I'll put it on there.
Wait, is this another? That's the. I don't have
Sean, we
Criterion.
should put some of that porn you want to watch.
Porn.
Just
Porn?
straight up.
Question mark?
How fucking insane was that? This movie isn't sexy enough.
You're gonna
Fucking
see.
filthy, dirty, vile
Filthy,
butt
dirty.
sex movie, and Sean's like, not dirty.
Ooh, that should be the title of this episode: "Filthy, Dirty Butt Sex Movie."
Butt sex movie. On that
Glistening nude body movies.
note- Yes.
Yes.
Jude Law's cock.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Celluloid forever. And Sean's like, no,
No, not
just
enough.
wasn't sexy enough.
Bigger,
Not for me.
harder,
Oh, it's amazing.
Bigger,
longer.
faster, harder.
You contain multitudes.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Oh, yes.
What? I want to talk about movies that if they're sexy enough or not. Sean, what about the movie Showgirls?
Ooh.
Showgirls is sexy enough.
It is sexy.
What
enough?
about The Matrix Reloaded?
That fucking scene?
Orgy scene, dance
That part is
party.
kind of weird and sort of unsexy despite trying to be sexy,
It's
but
really
it's kind of
sweaty.
sexy.
See, that's
I find
why
their
I
love
led you with
sexy.
Showgirls, because I feel like Showgirls is like not sexy because like Elizabeth Berkley is so. Elizabeth Berkley and Kyle MacLachlan are so like robotic in their fucking like,
Very weird.
the way they do everything that it's not very sexy.
But Gina Gershon,
Super sexy. That's a good point.
really sexy.
So maybe I posit this:
Okay.
Matt Damon is just profoundly unsexy.
I don't know.
You never
Because
know.
I think they were trying to lay it on thick. And like Jude Law was getting my loins girded.
Sure.
But Matt Damon is a little like
Sneaky.
fucking not
Is he too
sexy.
cute?
He's
He-
just kind of like a pugnacious character.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop talking
No?
about this. I'm not going to.
You should at some point.
You should.
I'm going to test the whole thing.
Surely at some point.
What about Brian? What about Body Heat? Is that sexy enough for you?
I've never seen Body Heat, but probably.
You have me there. Body Double.
Body Double is right around sexy enough.
Ridley Scott's The Counselor.
That
Folks,
is
if you haven't seen Ridley Scott's The Counselor,
deeply unsexy
Deeply.
because it talks about smearing a vagina onto like a sports car
Oh,
windshield.
goodness.
So
Yikes.
Horrific.
a scene so fucked up it ended Cameron Diaz's career.
Oh, no.
It's terrifying.
I
She
never
fucks
heard
a
about
car.
She does fucking.
Oh my god, are you serious? Yikes.
Yeah, you should
Holy
watch
sh-
that movie, Michael. It's
Next
fucking
week.
insane.
Yeah, put that on the.
Put on the
Putting the
phone.
counselor on the ball.
Put it on
What
the
the
phone.
fuck? That's
Can we
so
just
weird.
put Sean's fucking twisted sex movie on?
It sounds
The counselor.
this week in Sean's
Crash.
Twisted
The
Sex.
car fuck. Let's do all car
Dungeon.
fucker movies.
Car fucker.
Crash, counselor, like an animated GIF where a dragon fucks a car. That'll be short, Michael.
Shrek
Yeah.
2 where
Please.
Donkey fucks a
Lazy
dragon.
son.
Oh yeah, Donkey and Dragon. I like it. I would
On
watch
behalf
Shrek.
of Michael Hampton and John Burr, may I say to you, bon appetit.
Bon
Sean, is
appetit.
deep throat sexy enough for you? You
Yes.
fucking maniac.
It is.
All right, thank you everybody for listening to